Welcome to my new series, Kitchen to Counter, where we dive into the heart of food businesses, covering the food, the journey, and how they operate from start to service.
Episode 1 brings us to a place serving a true British staple, pie and mash, a dish with tradition and history, yet in today's food scene, it's surprisingly controversial. Is the pie and mash game dying, or does it still belong? Before I sit down, tuck in and give you my thoughts, let's go through the process and speak to some people who keep this ship afloat.
I'm the fourth owner of this shop.
Yeah.
It's the Noted Eel and Pie House, and we're based in Leytonstone.
Yeah.
And it's my great granddad started it. So we was originally based in Bow Road.
Okay.
And we opened in 1926.
Yeah.
So 99 years we were going. So next year
Nice.
we'll be celebrating 100 years.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's just a family business, and it's obviously started with my great granddad. Went down to my granddad.
Yeah.
Then it kind of sidetracked a little to one of my uncles, who's
Okay.
here today actually. So have a little chat with him
Yeah,
after.
for sure.
And then it kind of came back to my dad, and then to me. So there's been like sort of like 5 owners altogether, but it's like 4th generation.
Okay. Talk to us a little bit about these pictures on the walls.
Yeah, so all these photos on the walls, it's an art exhibition. So it's basically to showcase every remaining pie and mash shop in London.
Okay.
So it was a local artist named Jake Green,
Yeah.
and he decided he wanted to like bring a bit more information to pie and mash and sort of showcase something for all the history they have,
Okay.
all the different shops. So he decided to set up this exhibition. If you take a look at these photos with the black backgrounds, so see this black border here. They're, since the exhibition's been up about 6 years now, I think.
Okay.
They're what have closed down in them 6 years. So
Wow.
every time one closes down, Jake comes and he kind of has a little like funeral for it and puts a black border around the photo. Yeah.
Have you done much refurbishment on the shop since, as times have gone on, or has it kind of remained the same?
So yeah, majority of stuff remains the same. I think with a business like this, where it's such an old business and people have been coming in years, they don't really like to see too much change.
Kind of keep that tradition.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one of the things I did do this year was I managed to get hold of some old marble tables, marble tabletops, which were from a pie and mash shop which actually closed down.
Yeah.
So when we moved from Bow to here,
Yeah.
a lot of the tabletops were broken and we just got rid of them. Whereas, and back then it was more a case of just like getting a shop open. It didn't really matter what it looked like.
Yeah.
Just layers of paint and just it weren't like it's got to be like showcased.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think we're moving into a time when people would like to come into these places because of the tradition and because of what they look like.
Yeah.
Obviously this is the shop area we're in now, where seating, tables and that.
Yeah.
This will be like the counter area, so it's not really like a traditional restaurant where you come in, take a seat and you get your order taken at the table.
Yeah.
It's kind of a quick, you come in, you come up to the counter, order, and then you just take the food over to your table yourself. This is the bakehouse, so this is where all the baking's done and all the cooking's done, so all the pies are baked here. Everything basically cooking wise is done in this area.
Yeah.
If you come around here, this is where all the prepping and everything's done.
Yeah.
So this is where we make all the pies, basically all like the raw ingredients, and the dough's made around here, the pies are all made around here, that sort of thing.
Yeah. How many pies do you make on average in a day?
Oh, so it can vary, to be honest. I mean, sort of like on a quiet day we could do like a couple hundred, and then like some of our busiest days we can make sort of like upwards of 800-900 pies.
Okay. Talk to us about this machine here.
So yeah, so this is where all the pastry's cut out and rolled out.
Okay.
We have the bottom dough is actually different to the top dough.
Yeah.
So the bottom dough is a lot softer, whereas the top dough will be a bit more like a short crust pastry.
Okay.
So the bottom dough, when it's cut out, it comes onto the rollers and rolls through, and then when we're doing the tops, you'll see in a minute we pull the machine out.
Yeah.
And then the top dough's cut out of these cutting machines.
How old is the machine?
I think the rolling machine goes back to about 1950.
Okay, wow.
And then the cutting machines, I think they go back to around the 80s or 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously before we had the rolling machine, everything was rolled out by hand.
Yeah.
That's back in like many years ago, where the times were a bit different, so they probably had a lot more workers here and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So all the beef as well, all the beef used in the pies, is all boned like off the flank from every week. We get it from Smithfield's Market.
Yeah.
And that sort of like keeps it quite fresh, and we obviously know exactly what's going in the pies. I mean, a lot of the older traditional shops that will do it this way, but where a few of them are closing down, and that there's probably only a handful who sort of do that themselves now. A lot of them buy the meat in already, like either raw but like in a mix or pre-cooked, and sometimes that goes into the pastry or the pies like pre-cooked, so they just be cooking the pastry in the ovens. But as I say, like the traditional shops, they'll always use raw meat in the pies.
What's the story behind the watering can then? Because I know it gets a bit controversial when people see this.
Yeah, I mean, a few of our videos online, we've had like hundreds, probably thousands of comments talking about it.
Yeah.
It's just the traditional way how we've always made pies. So they've always, it's just the quickest way to get the edges of the pie, obviously, like wet, so the top dough can be stuck to it.
Yeah.
The mix as well. It's even though it's a watery mix, they go in an oven at close to 300 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
So the majority of the water is baked away anyway, and sort of any juice left in it will just be the juice from the raw meat, which
So
is.
you don't think it affects
cooked.
the flavours in any way?
No, it doesn't affect the flavour. In fact, it probably adds to the flavour. I mean, most like curries, stews, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Most people add water to them.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
I see someone's like commented about adding water to the food. And I've gone down their profile, like where they're cooking and that, and they're like saying like add 2 cups of water to this stew and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it helps cook the meat as well, makes it more tender, helps cook the meat, and as I say, helps the pastry stick. And when you're making sort of like nearly 1,000 pies a day sometimes, it's going to be the quickest way to do it rather than having a spray bottle just to wet the edges of the pies a little bit.
What's your general thoughts on the like the pie and mash scene in general? Do you feel like it's still got longevity, or do you feel like it's kind of dying out?
So I feel obviously back like in the sort of like early 60s, 70s, it was definitely at its peak. I mean, back then there was a lot more pie shops around, but as well as being more pie shops, there was a lot less other food outlets. So if you walk down the street now, like every other shop, you've got like chicken shops, curry houses, Chinese, like there's so many food varieties. Whereas back then you really only, especially in London or like England, you only really had like fish and chips and pie mash. So obviously back then it's going to have been busier because there was just less choices to eat. As times evolved, I think it sort of took a bit of a decline in say like the 90s, early 2000s. That's when you see a lot of shops obviously closing down. But I feel like now it's sort of it's kind of like it's on the rise again, just where people are looking for different sort of foods, and it's like quite a simplistic.
Oh, so you actually think it's on the rise again now?
Yeah, it's becoming, I'd say, especially like areas in like East London, so it's kind of becoming like a trendy food. I mean, you see people all the time, you just be standing there. When people come in, they get their food served and they'll be taking photos of it, putting it online. I think where it's quite an unusual dish, but when you sort of break it down, it's quite a simple dish as well. So it's just literally like a minced beef pie and mashed potato, and then obviously the parsley sauce or gravy. So people are seeing it for what it is. It's not supposed to be something like all these different spices involved and everything like that. It's just a simple food. It's cheap, so people are just coming in, and as I say, it's kind of like become like a bit of a trendy food. So right now this is pretty much just called cutting off. So we're just trimming the excess dough off the pies, and then putting them on the tray ready to be baked and put into the oven.
Is there a craft to making pies? Do you feel like I could come in one day and be good at what you guys do?
So there's definitely a craft to it. It's pretty easy to pick up though. It's not like rocket science or anything. You get obviously some people are better at doing one thing than the other. It just takes practice really.
Fair enough.
So Like even doing this, it looks quite simple.
Yeah,
If ever we get like a new member of staff here, it's always like, it's sort of like, you know, if you just try writing with your weak hand, like left or right hand.
Yeah.
Did you want to go out doing it?
I'll go, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, so I'll let you do it, just freestyle it.
Oh my gosh. It's harder than it looks, guys. I'm actually ruining the pie. No, I'll give up, you know.
Yeah.
I'm making a mess of it. Look at that. Crazy. Yeah, you take over, bro. This is not for me.
Not the best kind of
I'll stick to the social media.
Whilst I let the professionals finish off the job, let's catch up with someone who's been in the industry for a very long time.
How long have you been working here for?
I've been doing this for 65 years.
65 years.
I'm 78 now.
Wow.
I started working in my uncle's shop when I left school in 1962.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
At 15.
Wow.
But I was working in my uncle's shop when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
I used to do the potatoes.
Okay.
And I used to get me pocket money.
How much?
Well, it used to be about a shilling or something.
Okay.
2 shillings.
Yeah. How old are you guys in comparison to like other pie and mash shops in London? Where do you kind of rank?
I'd say we probably maybe like the 3rd or 4th oldest. So
There's only one that I know of that's been going longer than us, and that's the one in Towerbridge Road.
Is that M?
That's a
Manzi, yeah, they're a pretty old one, yeah.
They date that shop back to 1850.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And it was the first takeaway in the world.
Wow.
Right? And they date it to that shop. It's in the Museum of London did a book on it all, and it's all in the book.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, thank you for the chat, Les.
Oh, that's okay.
Very insightful.
After all the prep, the pies go into the oven for 30 minutes to catch a lovely tan. The attention then turns to the other 2 items that make up this classic meal. First up, a no-frills mash, which is boiled potatoes, seasoned with salt, put through a meat grinder, and ready to go. Then you got the liquor, which is something that definitely turns heads.
So what are the ingredients that go into?
So it's literally just a parsley sauce which is made of like flour, water, parsley.
Okay.
So you got a bit of like stock in there as well, just to give it a bit more flavour.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it's quite a basic sort of like gravy type sauce. The foil's just going on the top there just to stop them like scorching too much on the top. But we get a lot of people ask for like burnt pies as well.
You get a lot of people ask for burnt pies.
Yeah, so it's where that's just how they've always sort of been baked. People just get used to either like, some people like light ones, some people like dark ones, but it's like people have preferences.
As 11 o'clock strikes, the doors open and in come the first wave of hungry customers, ready for their pie and mash fix. Before I try one of London's first fast foods, I managed to catch up with a very loyal customer.
How long have you been coming here for?
Well, I come in before that. 1970 I started coming in.
Wow.
I used to live over there. And then, I don't know what year you come in.
77 we
77, yeah. There was a pie shop here, and I lived in Brook Court over there.
Okay.
I first got married in 1970.
Yeah.
And so I've been coming here 50 odd years.
Wow. Could I go for 2 pie, 2 mash with liquor?
Yeah.
And stewed and jellied eels, please.
Okay.
So I've gone for 2 pie, 2 mash with liquor. Some people say gravy. We've gone for 2 types of eels, one being stewed, one being jellied. We've got a cup of tea, and on the table we have a chili vinegar, normal vinegar, pepper, and salt. Let's dive straight in. Let's start with the main attraction, the pie and the mash. So I've been told, a little birdie said, you're meant to flip the pie on its head, split it open, and then douse it in chili vinegar and white pepper. So let's do that now. Going in with that white pepper. See me, this is where my roots come out. I gotta splash a load of this on top. I'm not sure how the flavor's gonna be, so it's better to be safe than sorry. So on we go, right into the center with that chili vinegar. I heard you gotta douse it. Got a bit of everything on one there. Bit of mince, mash, liquor, pie. Gotta go in one more time. You can never just say what you think on the first bite, you have to go in for that second one. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. It's very basic. As you can see, like, from the process behind, flavors, there's not much seasoning, there's barely anything that goes into it. But that being said, it does what it says on the tin, it's comforting. Like the pie, it's just all like really well executed. The pie is really nice. The mince it's basic, but again, it's doing enough. And on top of that, it's warm. It's kind of like when you cut into it, it just gives you that heat. It's that warm. It gives you a hug. And then obviously the mash on top as well. It's not that creamy, to be honest. Like there's nothing that goes into it like butter or cream or anything to make it like a lot more indulgent. But again, it is what it says on the tin. It's just doing the job. Thinking, I don't know why there's so much hate towards this dish. Like at the end of the day, people like what they like. People come here, you know what you're getting every week. They're doing everything to the books every single time they come here. So you know you're not gonna come here one time, get this, come here another time, get something else. The mince, you know what, it's quite rich. You wouldn't think that, especially when you see the watering can, as I said before, just showering it over. You think it would dilute it, but to be honest, like, off taste, it doesn't really make a difference. What really elevates this though, this chili vinegar right here. It adds an acidity. It's got, you know, a bit of heat to it from the chilies that are soaking. All in all, it's not a terrible meal. Like all the slander it gets, I don't think it deserves it, I'll be honest. I'm gonna go as far as saying it's quite Moorish. I'm talking my mouth full, how rude of me, sorry. It's a very Moorish dish. Like, took my first bite, on the fence with it, thinking, you know, taste buds not really accustomed to this. But as I plow my way through it, I actually want to finish the whole joint now. Just touch on the liquor. Decent consistency, obviously parsley-based sauce. Got a bit of a herby touch to it, should I say. No, all in all, it's not bad, I'll be honest. And then we touch on pricing. 2 pie, 2 mash liquor for £8.30. I mean, I don't really know what the going rate is, but it's a steady, hearty meal. Like, can't really go wrong, to be honest with you. Now we move on to the testing part of the meal. 2 sets of eels, jellied and stewed. So we're gonna start with the stewed eels first. Here goes nothing. Oh. That first, oh. Can't do it, you know. I actually can't do it. Let me try. Well, I can't do it. I'll be honest. It's awful. The texture is like slimy. It's extremely fishy. Even the aftertaste is leaving in my mouth right now. Let me sip it. Can't do it, you know, I'll be honest. You know, some things are just not for you. It's like Marmite. Some people love it, I heard. Some people hate it. Some people said they used to have it as a younger kid. Now they just can't do it at all as their palate develops a little bit. This one here, I can definitely 100% say it is not for me. Now let's move on to the jellied eels. I feel like these are gonna be a lot worse, just simply for the fact that they're cold. This one's not gonna sit nice, but obviously this is what I do, so we're gonna have to dive in anyway. Okay, it doesn't smell like much. Let's detach this jelly. No one can look at this and say, this one looks enjoyable. Okay, so we've left a little bit of jelly on there. Let's dive straight in, man. I can't get it. There's nothing more to say. This is so bad. Oh, yeah. This one. Keep that far away from me. So, overall summary on the meal today. Pie mash, very traditional, got lots of history. Some people are on the fence here and it shouldn't be here no more. Other people, like the locals, saying, you know, been coming here for years. Keep it, you know, this is my bread and butter. For me, as I said before, it's a comforting meal, preferably a bit more seasoning, but that's just the Jamaican in me, that's the St. Lucian in me. Could I see myself coming here every week? Probably not. Would I pass by again? Probably not, but that's just not for me. So that is a wrap on episode 1. And I started this series because I want to kind of give you an insight to how businesses run from start to finish, kitchen to counter, as the name suggests. We started at a controversial one today. Many people thinking, should pie mash even still be around? I'll leave that up to you. There is lots more to come. So as always, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace.